It's a brother
and a sister.
It's a brother and a sister.
Brother and a sister. Yo, brother. Yo, sister.
Yo, brother. We can
bring the peace back to our land.
Is that what it was saying?
I believe so.
Yo, lies.
Bring the peace back to our land. No, I mean, it's pretty chill.
Bring peace to our land.
Oh, is that? Okay. You know. I forget the rest.
Mother, father, sister.
I can guess the next one.
Brother.
I thought it was cousin.
Yeah. Distant cousin, neighbor. All right. I don't know what's going on. I need to just shake it off.
You know what? I was listening to the news today.
Yeah.
On the way here with Granny.
Yeah.
There's some guy in Midrand that was caught with 10 million pieces of child porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
10
million.
Nah, son. You know, like, I think all the phones I've ever had in the history of my life.
Yeah.
I think even yours together. We take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd reach 10 million.
Do you think we don't have 10? I could have. But storage. I don't think we can have 10 million.
Look, it says 20,000.
95,000.
95,000.
That's almost 100,000.
100,000. That's your phone. Have you ever dropped anything onto, like, have you like wiped this phone at any point?
No. And it has stuff from my previous phones.
And maybe let me put it in my perspective.
So this is 100,000. So you'd need 9 more like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe all your phones combined.
I've only
No, but he had
10
10 million, not 1 million.
Oh, sure, but yes.
10 million. That's what. Like, how many phones do you think you've had? 20 in your entire life.
Was it? How do you know it was on his phone?
No, I'm saying to have that. Do you think you've taken 10 million pictures?
In my life?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Look.
Okay. Dylan, 10 million. This guy was caught with 10 million pieces of child porn. That was so well timed. Oh my days. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're good.
It's rough out here. Okay, let me just get. Why am I on my pictures? Because you asked me to.
Yeah.
Oh, we need a picture of us
together. I think we can
from
that
there.
You can.
Whatever you did last week. Whatever creative geniosity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a catchphrase?
No, I'm joking. I don't know. No, I don't. I'm not a cartoon character.
Perfect.
Imagine everywhere I go. I have a catchphrase when I bowl.
When you bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Shazam!
It's Cabone.
Cabone?
Yeah. Because there was once a time they misspelled.
Thank you.
You know they write your name on the thing.
Of course.
Thank you, buddy.
They did that on one of my bags on a shoot, and it said Pabo.
Pabo.
And so the whole way through the shoot, it was like, if it says Pabo, it's mine.
Pabo sounds like a Dragon Ball Z character. That's pretty fire. I like that.
Pabo.
How you, Pabo?
How you, Caban?
Cabone.
Tabani.
No one's misspelled my name as Tabani.
How often is your name said as something else? What are the worst mispronunciations?
The worst one was Jabelo. And that one irritated me because first I had to correct her on how to say Cabelo's name correctly. And then, because that's a different name entirely.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're trying to say Cabelo.
Yeah.
That's not my name. I said Jabani. She's like, are you sure, Cabelo? And then I was like, yo. And I was talking to a real estate agent.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then she just kept calling me Cabelo the entire time. And I was like, this is too much effort.
Yeah, I've started trying to mangle people's names who mangle my name.
Is it?
Yeah.
So even if
you
their name
call
is...
me Fabi or Papi or Pabo, then I'll say Zish?
Suzy.
Swedish? How do you pronounce your name? I'm sorry. Can I just call you little S or Cece?
God forbid it's like a super easy name.
Yes.
Like Tim. And it's
yeah,
like
time. Tomb.
Ramon. What?
Ramon.
I'm struggling here, my brother.
Yeah. We're into it.
Yeah. Inhlakanipo. Is that what you said? I said Tim.
No, we don't do Tim.
Mandla.
Hello and welcome to the show. This is a brother and a sister podcast.
Correct.
And we just shoot the breeze.
Yeah. What?
That's chatting.
Is that like a 90s term?
Now you're making me doubt if it even is a term.
Shoot the breeze. I've never heard that one before.
Really?
Shoot the breeze. You know it, like you hear metaphors and it's like teach a man to fish and you can visualize it.
But the donkey won't drink.
Yeah, type vibe. Shoot to, like someone shot.
Yeah, we're just shooting the breeze, man. We're just like hanging out, chatting.
Swag.
Keeping it
swag.
Ohio.
I like that. My name is Khabani Muloy.
My name is Baba Lomuloy.
And this is a brother and a sister podcast.
And we're happy to be here.
Very happy.
We have been almost obsessed over a show that I was obsessed over in the early 2000s. How you doing? Wendy Williams.
Yes.
And the person I was seeing at the time, so after she says, how are you doing? The audience goes, how are you doing? And then they'd pan into the audience and see who the people in the audience are. Ne?
Yeah.
And every time there was a guy, he'd be like, how can a man do this?
Okay,
how can a man do this?
But he probably went with his like significant other as a brur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, man. So we've been focused on that, which I watched a lot. And then you somehow, I kind of like absorbed you into what's happening with her.
I've only been obsessed since her downfall.
Yeah.
And like, it's sad.
Yes.
But it's very interesting as well.
No, it's incredibly sad. And I feel like every time you come into my room, into my space, or we meet each other in the house somewhere, I'll be like, oh my gosh, did you hear about the latest thing with Wendy Williams? Did you hear she has Graves' disease? Did you hear what happened? And now you can tell the story as if it is your favorite story.
Okay. I can't say, I'll say everything I know.
Yeah, I love it.
So the only reason why I know about Wendy Williams at all was, yes, because of your obsession over her. But now I know the details of like pretty much her whole life story was because I recently watched, and this is the Put Me On. So maybe I should actually say we should put the Put Me On thing now. And this is the only Put Me On for today, is this guy named Patrick CC. Patrick CC is this YouTuber that pretty much does like these breakdown docues of like interesting celebrities or historical events that happen. And it's always very, very random people. So like the most recent one was about Hulk Hogan. The one before this was about Lindsay Lohan. And
they offered that grill, the cheese griller, to Hulk Hogan first. Now I can't remember who the next guy was who took it. I'll remember now.
What cheese griller?
There's like a machine that makes your steaks but lean, because all the steak juice comes down and the fat comes down. Let me just Google it. Anyway, you tell the people about Wendy Williams.
Wait, no, so I was saying, so the most recent episode, he was talking about Hulk Hogan, and the one before that, it was Lindsay Lohan, and the one before that was Wendy Williams. So I went back to that Wendy Williams one, and it was insane how, like, firstly, her life journey, I gotta give it to her. Her work ethic is insane. Like, to also have the grit to do and say the things that she used to say about people, like, I would be so paranoid for the rest of my life.
Because someone's going to come get you.
And the thing is, you've made an enemy with everyone. The things like she said about Ariana Grande to Whitney Houston to 50 Cent to Tupac. Yeah. She used to try and like expose Tupac for being gay back in the day. And it was like, why?
Yeah.
Like she had a story about Tupac getting, I guess,
sexually assaulted.
I was going to say booty snatched. I couldn't think of the right word. In prison. I don't know why did it. I don't know why that wasn't the first word that came to me.
That's
but yeah,
an incredible term.
Yeah, no. So enemies. So already that can just make a person go wild in the head because she's currently been diagnosed with dementia,
A certain
a
type
type
of
of
dementia.
dementia, Crohn's disease,
Yeah.
a thyroid gland
So
issue.
part of what happened then when she got sick is that people weren't compassionate.
No
They were
one.
like, this is your karma.
Yeah.
This is what you get.
Mm.
God finally sees you because you've been doing all of this to all of these other people.
Yeah.
So then a whole lot of stuff happened with her husband, who she knew was cheating, but she drew the line at don't have an outside baby.
And not
And
only
then
he had a whole outside
he had
family.
a whole outside family.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's
And
wild.
then that's when I think a lot of her psychological strength started falling apart.
Yeah, because I guess that's also was her pillar of strength. In
Absolutely.
A sense, so
And they owned the business together and he managed her.
sad.
It's rough.
It's tough, man.
Never own a business with your significant other. Never let them manage you as well. Be unmanageable.
Maybe don't talk too much trash about other people also, because that's also very stressful. The thing is, the karma is gonna eat you up.
Do you think that's stressful?
I think the fact that there were a lot of powerful people that she was talking trash about.
Yeah.
Like, she was enemies with Diddy, and you see the crazy stories that we see nowadays coming out about. Also, these people are unhinged.
But wait a minute, what does that have to do with her diagnosis?
So remember the dementia thing?
Yes.
The paranoia, like when you're like already sane and stuff, when you're paranoid all the time about other people, it makes the thing worse.
Got you.
So there's that as well.
Okay.
But the weird thing that was said in the documentary that I watched was they were claiming they got some fake doctor to say that her dementia is induced by alcohol.
Okay.
Alcohol is making it. And the type of dementia that she has no actual medically proven.
So there's a whole lot of backstory to make a setup.
Yes.
To prove that she is incapacitated.
Yeah.
She can't do anything for herself. Then she gets into this thing called a conservatorship.
Yes.
Which we have heard before from the Britney Spears.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And under the conservatorship, at least Britney, like her father was the conservator and lawyers. But now this woman has other people, lawyers, conservators, the whole thing. And they've blocked her money, that she can't access any of her money. She can't access a phone. She's living in like a little bit of a jail. And so I went and found out if you can do conservatorship in South Africa.
And what did you find?
Is there such a thing? So my question was, is there such a thing as conservatorship in South African law if you are incapacitated? So then it says, yes. South African law has mechanisms similar to conservatorship, whose terminology and legal processes differ from countries like the United States. In South Africa, the concept is addressed under the Administration of Estates Act 66 of 1965, if you wanted to know.
And we all read that,
of course. And through the appointment of a curator or an administrator. So the curator, if you are found to be mentally incapacitated, then the court can appoint someone to manage your personal and financial affairs. And then it goes into like very, very legalese kind of talk. But the application must be brought to the High Court, administrator, power of attorney, involuntary mental health care, all of that kind of thing to make sure that you are taken care of.
That's insane.
It's very scary.
That's terrifying. Already to not be able to control, like you can't take care of yourself is one thing, but not even to be able to decide who's going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Oh my days, that's terrifying.
If you were to decide who could take care of you, if you had at least the capacity to make the decision, who would take care of you?
Probably my 90-year-old granny.
Yeah.
Because she still has the energy for that kind of
longevity.
Nah, definitely. It's like not even there's no one else I can.
Really?
Yeah. There's people I can think of, but like it's you by a landslide.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, it's shaky.
You're on shaky ground.
Yeah, and we don't need shaky right now.
Yeah.
Yourself?
I would choose you as well. Mom's quite good, eh? Mom's very strict. Mom's got it into situations on my behalf and fixed things. But I think it would be very stressful for her.
Yeah, I know.
But I choose you. And if I was the conservator of your estate, like I'd really make sure, first of all, that I'd use your money to look after you. But like properly in a conservative way. So if we need a wheelchair, I'd make sure that we change the car to a wheelchair compatible car. If we needed those lifts that take you up the stairs at home, we do that. I'd do that for you.
I don't know why. Like, picture you hearing what you say. You're saying you get me a wheelchair, and then like next thing my ailments or whatever is that I can't hear or see. And it's like, why did you get me a wheelchair?
Because you can't hear or see. How are you gonna walk around?
No, like I have like I can move. It's just
you're not walking fast enough.
No, my days.
It's just not.
That's okay. I know, but fair. I same. 1000% same. I think I just make sure that like your people are good, so the kids are good.
Of course.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Maybe I'd have to also invest in a helper.
Of course, a nurse.
A nurse or something, depending on how severe the situation is.
Yeah, because I never changed your nappies as a child.
Yeah, we're not going to start now. No, sir.
No. Well, thank you for that. Do you think we should put that in writing or something?
Like
I will care for you. This is who I nominate.
Probably.
No?
Does it have to be like an official like document, or can you just put it? You can't just write it on an exam pad. That's the thing. Like, why must you get a stamp from the cops every time?
Yeah.
That you have an opinion.
You must go satisfy your documents every time.
Satisfy.
So the most satisfying TikTok story at the moment has been this mom. And it's satisfying in that I am quite enjoying the way she's handling this major setback. So a kid is going into grade 1, and you know the system here. You have to apply, and you're in the vicinity of certain schools, and you apply to 3 schools. So your favorite, and then if that doesn't happen, your next favorite, and then your least favorite, right? That's in your community. And you apply for the schools, and I'm not 100% sure if she put one of these schools, the school that her boy ended up in, on the application, but her child, she's a Chivenda woman, and obviously, you speak your home language at home, and her child speaks English, and her child was put into a fully Afrikaans medium school.
Nah, son.
I would, nkaluma principal, nkaluma department, I would be freaking out.
If your child got...
Yes!
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I'd feel so bad. Kind of, how old is the child?
I think grade 1. So what is that? Between 6 and 7.
Yeah, I know, that's still tough, man.
So the first video she made, she was dropping F-bombs like a lot. At the department, at the minister, at the government, at South Africa. And I get it, because that's completely aggravating.
Yeah.
But then something happened, and it was such a beautiful turn, right? The comments started talking about how children acclimatize easily, they'll get used to it, give him a chance, and we'll help you. So now there's a community of people helping her if she needs any new Afrikaans words, if she doesn't understand something, gedagtes, whatever. And she goes through all of that, and she tells us about the first day of school, and the child seems mortified. He's just like, I can't. But then by day 3, he says, ons gaan no. So he's picking up something. Let's go. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
And she's so positive. She's like, she's got her own grade 1 book so that she can learn Afrikaans at the same time as her son. I just thought the way she handled it was incredible. Like, her attitude, can do, no matter what. Even if I'm like pushed down, I get back up.
Whatever the circumstances is, we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
Hey, but fuck that. Also, I don't know. Like, I think maybe I'm just projecting my Afrikaans experience.
What's your Afrikaans
I
experience?
just feel like, bro, I just drop out at that point. Like, it's time to learn how to weld as a grade 1, bro.
What?
Like, get a job, kid. It's fine. Forget about it.
When did Afrikaans become challenging?
At the apartheid.
No, you see, but yes, absolutely.
I don't know. It's like,
you see, that's where I would go with it. That's where I would go with it.
What do
I'd
you
be
mean?
like, Tsietsi Mashinini, Steve Biko,
Hector Peterson means nothing
Hector
to you.
Peterson. I
Like-
would go. That's where I would go.
okay, got
I'm
you.
even shouting now. That's where I would go.
Oh no, for me it's not even that.
Yeah.
It's just like I always struggle with other languages, like just picking up language.
Okay,
I barely speak English goodly. And then on top of that,
Afrikaans.
like my final mark for
I don't
Afrikaans,
know if you want to tell people this.
I'm okay with this.
Okay.
I feel like it's a the fact that you gave a disclaimer before I said it as well. No, that's one subject I'm not ashamed. I got 30 on the dot. Like when people are like, yo, we shouldn't be praising these matrics for their high pass rates or whatever. And I'm like, hey man, some of them are proud of certain subjects that they got. Like Afrikaans, man, I'm okay with that. Because to me, the things I cared about, I
Yeah.
did well at.
Absolutely, me too.
You know?
Me too. I remember Mom had hurt her back, and so you moved in with me for the
Yeah.
beginning of like grade 8,
Yeah.
and then we were doing your homework,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized you didn't understand what the question was asking you to do.
Yeah, no, I like.
So how are you gonna answer the question if you don't understand what it wants you to do?
Yeah, no. It was that thing of like, also I started Afrikaans relatively late.
That's what I mean.
So it was tough, man.
That's rough.
But
I'm so sorry.
no, it's okay. I'm proud.
You did it.
I like.
We did a job.
I feel like that 30% was a perfect full stop to like how the life I was living when it came to Afrikaans. Because it wasn't just like, it wasn't a thing of like I wasn't trying.
You
I wasn't
went to
putting
extra classes. You had a tutor.
the amount of like,
Oh.
there would be days where like I'm just in Afrikaans the whole afternoon, just like whatever, struggling, trying to figure it out, and I did my best, and
And
it just
then-
wasn't going in.
And then how was it when you had to do what was it, a bespreek?
What
When you
is-
had to get up and do a speech.
you see, when
May
you-
vakantie.
man, like what was that? I'm traumatized.
It is traumatizing.
So,
It's
like-
very traumatizing.
So like with that all being said, I'm just like, I kind of feel bad for that kid in the sense that like to have to experience maths in Afrikaans.
Yes.
Hey man, look, he's in grade 1, but still that's
But I feel like we're
lot,
so forgiving and so like,
forgive me.
oh, the child will be fine. We should protest. That kid should not be put in an Afrikaans medium school. And I personally don't think there should be an Afrikaans medium school in South Africa. You see, I'm just gonna go there.
I don't know about that. Because the thing is, it's still a culture. They still have to preserve their thing. Do we have any like Sutu
I
only
think
speaking schools?
in those provinces.
In those certain
so,
provinces.
yeah.
So I think it's fine to have those certain things. I just don't. Things like this can't happen, where a kid that is supposed to be in. Also, like, I just keep thinking, how did they pick this school? Because don't you normally.
Pinky, ponky.
But then you carve it says.
Gepunk, gepunk.
Because you carve the kid, his name ends with Henda Barimini type of surname, and then you're like, this belongs in a horror school.
Yeah.
And it's man, that's tough, dude.
How did you? I went to school at the same school from like preschool, from
Mhm.
literal play school all
Mhm.
the way to matric,
Yes,
except 1 year.
you had a stint.
I had a stint.
Mm.
I had a cameo role as a grade 8 at the National School of the Arts,
Shout outs,
and I loved it.
and then you left.
And then I got nervous
Why?
because I was like, oh my gosh, academics.
What do you mean?
Like, I've always had this duality where I am an artist and I'm a creative. And the other day I was having a total breakdown because I've never been in musical theater professionally. But like, I was weeping about that, lamenting the fact that I've never actually done it. Because that's always what I wanted to do.
You should plug yourself. You should say, yo, if the pantomime or any Joburg theater, anything is considering hiring a 5 foot wada
Very short.
caramel type skinned 40 something year old lady. There we go.
I'm so available. And so I wanted to pursue that.
She's articulate, she speaks English goodly, and like she's the one, bro.
En ek kan 'n klein bietjie Afrikaans praat.
Just a claim.
Ibile little Sesotho ke a se bua.
Handle.
Anyway, the point is, I wanted to do that, but I always had this like thing in the back of my mind about academics.
Okay.
You've got to have strong academics. Your academics are important.
And you were concerned that not the National School of the Arts,
that I get sucked into arts
instead of focusing on your academics,
which is actually quite daft because it is the National School of the Arts. So why did I go then? But I had a catastrophe about that, and I figured go back because there's a good arts program at the school that I was at, and I was in all the plays and blah 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 blah. But then it was also like academics.
Okay, yeah, I know.
So I didn't get to choose a school really until that stint that I had.
No, I had 3 options.
Okay, tell me.
Because I left from primary school.
Yeah.
Then they made us apply. You had to apply obviously to the high school.
You were in the same system that this child,
I guess,
is in for grade 1. So grade 1 and grade 8, you choose the schools.
Yeah, and the 3 schools that I applied to, all of them accepted me, which I was even like, huh? Are you sure? Why? Do you all owe my mom something? Or like, what's going on?
Weren't you excited though?
I was excited for the school that I was very excited for was the school I went to, was Greenside.
Yeah.
I sometimes regret my decision.
Why?
Purely because like the reason why I picked Greenside, the reason why I was excited for Greenside was literally because on the open day I saw this really hot matric girl, and then I was just like, well, I'm coming here. My future belongs here. She was literally just dancing by the pool, and then I was like, this is my future. I have to come to this school. Mom, there's something about the academics here that is just wow. Wow. And then she's like, yeah, they also have 100% pass rate at the matric. I'm like, yeah, that too. And then I was here. So it was Greenside, but then I got
But you realized she would never be in school with you.
You know, on my first day of school, I was I was looking for her, and I was like,
yeah. She gone. She gone. She matriculated.
The love of my life.
Yeah. That's good.
Yes, child. But yeah, no.
But I like that you have lifelong friends.
Yes,
from being in that school.
Amazing friends, amazing relationships, good people. Like it is a great school regardless. I had a lot of fun there. And I was confident, especially in my last 3 years at that school where like academic, like the best feeling is that feeling of like when you go on holiday, you can sleep knowing that like I passed and I did well. I know I did well. Like you don't feel any anxiety when you get your report. It's like, I know I did what I needed to do.
I'm so happy for you.
Except with Afrikaans. Like I said, 30%.
Afrikaans, man. Afrikaans. So for me, it was mathematics. Pure maths.
Oh, that's why.
My gosh.
I did a subject that wasn't really a subject.
Oh, my word. What?
Maths lit.
So I have been having this debate with some people about whether pure maths is better than maths lit in reality. So many people, including teachers, have been talking to me about how maths lit is actually a little bit better than pure maths because it takes abstract concepts and makes it real life. So I've never seen a maths lit textbook, but she said things like they would talk about the grocery list instead of X plus Y.
Jabu had 1,000 watermelons in his car. Someone stole 3 of the watermelons.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Why? then the first question should be, why does he have 1,000 watermelons in the car?
But fine. I mean, that's literacy. Maybe he is a wholesaler. And now you're learning. Why do you think it wasn't even a subject?
Because there was, I think the thing that concerned me was because I also joined Maths Lit late. So the day when I was hating on Maths Lit before I got there.
Do you want to tell everyone why you is pushed so hard with maths?
I thought you did pure maths till the very end. So I was like, I have to be as good, if not better, than the family because, the lineage, the bloodline for the people, alpha male. Kanti, you dropped out of the tough maths and went to chill maths. So immediately when I found that out, like the day of finding that out, I also was just like, I'm going to chill maths.
But that was grade 11.
Yeah.
And I dropped down in grade 11 as well.
Oh, man.
But there was no such thing as maths lit in my day.
Yeah.
We had higher grade maths and standard grade maths. They were both pure maths.
Now I feel.
We didn't have like business maths.
It wasn't lit.
It wasn't lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It wasn't lit. No, I get that.
But well done. We achieved our matric certificates.
The thing that like.
And we have driver's licenses. We could have any job in the South Africa.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like what you're saying with the whole maths lit thing of people are arguing, is maths lit better than pure maths? I think I get it. It depends who you are. Like if you want to become a doctor,
yes,
or a scientist
then
or whatever,
you have to follow
please do
pure
pure
maths.
Yeah. Knowing that Jabu had 1,000 watermelons in his car and you're my doctor is terrifying. But
for us,
yeah,
knowing and calculating how many viewers and listeners we're going to get on our podcast on Spotify.
Thank you, Daddy Spotify.
Maths lit is okay.
Yeah, no.
We're lit.
We're lit. Keeping it lit, man.
Maybe we're just telling ourselves that to feel better. But yeah, we're lit. We're lit.
I'm like...
It's fine. I'm fine with it. It's okay. I'm proud of myself.
I'm beginning to think you don't like what you... You know what? I already do think that, like, as South Africans, we gotta stop hating from the other side of the club.
What do you mean? You
like,
can't even get in.
Yeah, like, bro, cool, you did pure maths. And now what? Like, it doesn't and then vice versa. If you're a maths lit kid, it's like, stop making fun of the pure maths guys for like suffering.
So there was a discussion recently about increasing what teachers get paid. Because in South Africa, teachers don't get paid what they're worth. Teachers make students, make the classroom, right?
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of medical doctors jumped onto the case and they were like, there is no way we will accept teachers earning what we earn. They are just mere teachers, whereas we are the medical fraternity and we should be paid for saving lives. And it went back and forth for hours on X.
That's deep.
That's very deep, right?
Look, I do think teachers definitely should be getting paid way, way, way more. I don't... In terms of like doctors having a say in
what teachers get paid.
But also, I also think doctors should get paid way more. It's not that like I think anyone is less important than anybody else. I think actually no, doctors are essential workers, so they are kind of more important. Because during COVID,
I was an essential worker during COVID because of radio and reporting. I had an essential worker pamphlet from the government.
But I'm sure there's levels of essential. I'm sure there's a red light essential.
Oxalayo, I had.
And then there's orange light. And then there's you.
Certificate.
Yeah, higher certificate essential.
Anyway.
But yeah, no, because man, the teachers must get paid more.
Yeah, I agree.
1,000%. And governments honestly should get
paid less.
Government officials should get paid less.
They should get paid in relation to what they've managed to do in their municipalities or departments or communities.
Yeah. They're on what's it? It's like when you work at a call center.
Commission.
Yeah, commission basis.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yo.
Do you think that would work?
I think honestly, then everyone's gonna apply. Like there will be so many empty residencies for government.
Anyway.
Or it would be like a call center.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be like a call center.
What do you mean?
Like anyone would just go into be going into politics,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't be hard. Not like it wouldn't be a hard entry level.
Sure.
I think
You could get your 30% on Maths Lit and you'd be eligible. Do you want to read more brother and sister issues?
I think let's do 2.
2.
Yeah, let's do 2.
Okay. You know, you can send us your brother and sister issues.
DM it to us on Instagram.
Yeah, and it can be about anything that's going on with you and your siblings.
Just go to It's a Brother and a Sister on Instagram, and then you can DM us there.
Hello, it's a brother and a sister podcast. I'm the eldest sister, 29, in a family with 4 siblings in Durban. My younger brother and I constantly fight over how we manage our late father's family business. My brother is reckless with money, and I'm afraid he'll ruin everything our father worked for.
Damn.
How do I get him to take responsibility and act professionally?
Is she the sister, the brother?
The sister's writing to us.
The sister is right.
And she's the responsible one. She's saying the brother's the irresponsible one, who's younger than her.
Did the parents give them...
This is all the information I have. I'm sorry, I don't have more.
I don't know, that's concerning.
Okay, so what was your question? Did the father give the brother...
I'm trying to understand, did they give them each a certain portion of the responsibility for the business?
I mean, it sounds like he didn't necessarily, as the father, have a will and tell them specifics. It sounds like that.
Because then I think in a situation like that, they should have a conversation about dividing responsibility.
Okay.
So your side of the company is in charge of this, and this. And my side of the company will be in charge of all of this stuff. And then at the end of the year, you'll be able to see which side of the company is doing well and which one is not. And it's because of that, then... Because the business should stay afloat.
Yes.
And if you're she sounds very certain about how she wants to run it. So then I think they should just split responsibilities.
Why don't you just fire him? You're problematic. Go. I free you. Live your life.
Yo, that sounds like a Succession thing.
Yes.
Now you're we're firing family members and
But if you're not getting it together, I would give you an ultimatum. I'd say, listen, exactly what you're saying. Let's have a look at where our strengths are, and let's have a look at where our weaknesses are. So you don't like to do the admin and the counting up after. I don't even know what kind of business is it, but I'm thinking a shop. You don't like to do the inventory at the end of the day. You don't like, I'll do that. That's fine. But then can you clean the cupboards and make sure the thing is stocked properly? And then if he doesn't do that...
Yeah, see that feel like then you have the right to have a hostile takeover where you can... I don't know how big this business is, because then if you have investors in the business,
you've got to make it work.
You can be you see, half of the business this year, 2025 year, my part of the business has been doing exceptionally well. His part of the business is actually
failing.
So can we vote him out as a that's the one way.
Yeah.
Hey, but see, that's where the paranoia thing comes in.
About?
You hear all these stories about family members poisoning each other, and they're killing each other to own 100% of the business, and all of these terrible things.
So we're not saying to you poison your brother.
I'm not saying that.
We're just saying maybe gently and legally remove him or give him a subsection of the business that he can run to the ground. Ne?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to poison people, man. Do you know what, honestly, my theory is?
Hang on, I haven't recovered from what you just said.
Don't poison people. Please don't poison people.
Yo.
I wouldn't be surprised, personally, if the person the reason why Wendy Williams is going through all these medical issues is probably a Beyonce fan. Someone from the Beehive.
Because of what she said about
Beyonce.
She
said Beyonce is illiterate.
Please bleep that out, because I don't want to have trouble with...
No, I'm not saying...
Beehive.
Hey, I'm not saying the Beehive is a problem.
The thoughts of Khabane Moloi are the thoughts of Khabane Moloi exclusively and alone.
Hey, But when you think about, didn't you watch Swarm?
I'm scared of the beehive because of Swarm.
Yes.
Yes.
That when I watched that show, I was like, bro, these people are terrible. And then you out just saying that she's literally, I wouldn't be surprised if a Beyonce fan literally like went into Wendy Williams' tea and was like,
that is very scary.
how you doing, Wendy? And then like rocked her.
Should we go on to the next one?
Sure.
Okay. I am a 26-year-old woman. I'm in Pretoria.
Sorry. Continue.
My older brother is 32 and he keeps making funny comments about my choice not to have children.
Choice not to have children.
Yeah, he believes women in our families have a duty to carry on the family legacy. The women, that's interesting. Usually the men have that.
The duty.
Yeah. So how do I set boundaries with him and get him to respect my choices? Wow.
You gotta hit him with that Shamik more. You're a fucking weirdo. You're a weirdo. Like, why are you like trying to control
my womb? And also, this person's 26. Do you know? I think that's far too young to have a child. As a woman,
in today's day and age, I guess.
Build yourself up. Make sure that you're sorted. That you are looking after yourself and you are capable of looking after a child by yourself, because anything can happen.
But does that sound like a brood that like
this brother?
Because can you hear what you're saying? Build yourself up, make your own money, all of that stuff. Does he sound like a brother that believes in that kind of stuff?
Yeah, but she doesn't have to lean on him for any of that.
Yeah,
she must build herself.
That's. I'm just saying.
I wonder how many children he has, fulfilling his duty, splooging all over the country.
Splooging is crazy. How many kids have you splooged this year, my brother? Yeah. That's a wild. Okay, yeah, he's a splooger. Okay.
I just wonder.
Yeah, I know. Gents, let girls just be a girls, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to control whether how many kids they have. If anything, we need less people. We do need less people.
The world is a traffic jam.
Yes, and like China's doing their best, coming up with new diseases every other year. You know, like I'm sorry, because there's too many people. You know, I was thinking about it, there's a lot of people.
There are many people,
and like everyone's like, you know, like we have to account for the kids that are getting 30% or whatever, and it's like, you see, there's too many Khawadis getting 30% for Afrikaans. So it's like we need to figure out a way to get rid of these guys. So. Hey man, stop.
Okay, so the new diseases are happening, but still we are making babies because it's part of the thing that we do as humans.
Yeah.
There's a desire in most of us to procreate.
Yeah. Which, like, I get that. I'm not saying don't have kids. If you want to have kids, have kids. It's just like, there's a lot. Like, a lot. Like,
I think you play along with your brother.
What do you mean?
I think every time he says, and yeah, how's Obilungwa? Now you're 26, you don't have a child. You must play along with him.
And say?
Be disappointed. Whatever. Ish, bro. Yeah, little young heads on to whatever. I can't believe it. Just play along with him. You know what you know and what you're about. Just play along with him. He'll eventually get tired.
Yeah, that he'll feel so proud of himself.
Yes, good.
And just like leave him like that.
His feelings are not my problem.
Okay, fair.
So just be like, yes, whatever, alright. You are so right.
And now what?
Yeah, and now what?
Okay, cool. And you must call him out on his stuff too. What have you killed today? Have you conquered a village yet? You know, have you?
Let me see your hands. They're so soft. Have you not been building today?
Yes.
Right?
You know, Granny the other day, I'm going to leave us off with this one. Granny the other day, I was helping her do like chores in the house.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, Khabani, you have office hands, eh? Bro, that destroyed my entire spirit.
Office hands.
Office hands. That was a new one for me. I didn't like, and I was like, you know, I've been trying to like recover and be like, yeah, damn straight, I do have office hands.
You can't say damn straight, Granny.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Office hands. That's
but you have many blessings because Khabani was at our 90-year-old grandmother's house helping her put up her curtains. So he went the one day to help her take them down so that she could put them in the washing machine.
I don't want people to know what I was doing.
No,
I said chores so that people can think that I'm like building the house.
No, I think that's a really big deal because she's 90 and you're over 6 foot tall. Otherwise, what are we using your height for? Go.
Yeah, I know.
I was giving you a very big compliment.
Thank you. Appreciate that, son.
Yeah, and I love you.
Fuck with you too, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the It's a Brother and a Sister podcast. My name is Khabani Muloy. I'm the brother.
Yeah, I'm not sure what position I'm in now, but yeah, I'm the sister. My name is Bobby Muloy.
Yes.
We love you, Spotify, and we love you for watching.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Bye.